Hello everyone, welcome to Scorcher Toys at anymoon.com's transformation guide for Yamato's 160 scale YF-19 toys. Today we are going to go from Battroid to Gerwalk and ultimately end up in fighter mode. This is the Bird of Prey version, but these steps would work for any of the other variants as well. We are talking about Yamato toys here, not Arcadia or Bandai DX. If you're shopping for these toys, they are long sold out, but I continue to recommend Big Bad Toy Store for any of your other toy needs. Click the link in the comments below to head on over and help this channel out in the process. To begin, we are going to take the crotch and simply fold it down like so. Now let's get the nose of Gerwalk mode together. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna lift up on the chest here, and there's a little point of resistance. Just keep lifting up and it will fold all the way back and over on you. And then we're going to take this section of the toy and bring it forward, and you'll see there's a big peg on the back of it. And what we want to do is get it to slot in back here, hopefully without scraping any paint. So bring it up as far forward as you can and just get it underneath, and it should lock into position like so. And then we could turn our attention to this piece here. Now it's on a double hinge. You want to make sure that it has the range of movement to come up front like so. And then we have a black button underneath that we're going to push up, and that will bring this area right in front of the canopy up. So if I push up like that, and then that will lock everything in together. Now continue to push up on here to get that all completely flush. Once that's in position, you could take this piece, which has a little slider to it, and lock that in position as well. And there you've got the nose of the craft. Next, I want to get my legs into position. So what I'm going to do there is just line up this peg on the interior of the leg with the slot that it goes in. And then I'm going to come down, and there is a Gerwalk joint right here. So I'm going to bring the leg forward at the Gerwalk joint. The knee has an extension to it, so you can pull it forward. You don't actually have to pull it forward. You can just start bringing it forward, and it'll probably extend on its own. And then you can bring the foot forward a click and go ahead and do the same thing with the other leg. Your toy should look like this now. What we want to do is swing that chest over. So go ahead and poke your finger from behind and get this gray piece to slide upward. This is all a slider. So you want to bring this down and flip everything over, and you should get to a position just like that. Now the head's also on a slider. We do want it slid all the way forward. Bring the head around and then just apply a little pressure. Let's get this not quite all the way down. Apply a little pressure right there. Get the head to recess like so. Now there is a cavity filler inside the head. Mine's very stiff on this toy, so I'll show you on another toy how to slide that out. But just by bringing the head laser forward, you can see I've created that lip right there that you can put a fingernail on, and then kind of pull that forward. And again, well, actually I did make it go. So there you go. Now you have a nice flush area through the neck, all the way up through the head, and then get that head laser just how you want it. Get your legs in position, bring your arms up, and you're gonna bring the wing up now, like so, and then rotate it forward and repeat on the other side. My toy now looks like this, and we want to rotate over the canards, and there's a little press in as you do it. So that should look like that. And we want to fish a finger in and get rid of the intake fan covers, which can be a little difficult to pop loose. And then we want to take our foot, and it's best if you have it in the fully extended position, because then it allows you to get the most forward sweep, and you'll know you're there because you can rock the foot back and forth, and that'll allow us to get a pretty aggressive stance. We're going to go do those steps on the other side. And there we are now in Gerwalk mode. You might have to adjust the wings. They don't stop at the end like you would hope they do. You might have to adjust these hips, make sure they're pressed in as far as you can get them, and then press down there. And you might have some issues with the legs sliding apart, pieces not feeling secure up top. That's kind of by design. They didn't put a lot of pegs in up here, so just know it's not you, it's the toy. Our trip to fighter mode is going to begin by putting away the hands, and to do that we're going to open up that compartment right there. We're going to spin the hand around and get the fingers so they're tucked inward, and then just rotate this around. It should fit in like so. Bring the door closed, that peg will go right into the wrist, and repeat on the other side. Now we're gonna get our shoulder in position, and there is this flap inside. We're gonna bring it up and we are gonna push it inward. So let's get that thing to slide in. It kind of recesses like so, and then it also is pivoted up right now. So we're just gonna grab it and we're gonna bring it down. You'll hear a little click, and there you go. Now that shoulder is in position. Continuing with arm transformation, we're gonna make sure that bicep goes all the way up, which frees up that swing there. And we're gonna rotate the arm around so it is now, this extension is revealed. So in Battroid and Gerwalk modes, this piece here tabs underneath this round spot here, and we are freeing that up. And once we've done that, we're gonna bring the arm back and around, and we are going to pivot it like so, and line it up with the back of the vehicle. And you can see it's going to be tucked in under this shoulder sleeve. You don't want it down and then this piece up, because then you won't have room for the legs. So it should pivot around like so. Let's go ahead and do it on the other side, because this is probably the trickiest aspect of transformation. So I've already got this bicep pushed up, and I've already got this piece spun around, but now I'm gonna bring that arm back. And again, I need that to be tucked up inside the shoulder. So as I swing it around here, it'll be right on top. It'll line up with that other arm, and I can use the shield to peg the two arms together. And then I've got, oh, see now on this side, this is wrong, which is exactly what I was hoping to show you here. So now I've got the arm coming down and then up and over. So I don't want that. So I'm gonna go ahead and free this up. Just bring that down. And I'm gonna take this arm, and I need to actually rotate it the other way. So that's how I had it. I'm gonna spin it around so it is like that. And then I'm gonna bring it back and put it in position. And that'll be like so. And now you can see I've got both of them. Let's get that other arm pegged in here. But now I've got both of them nice and tight into the shoulders, so there will be room for the legs when I pull them up. Your toy will look something like this now. What we're gonna do is turn it over to get to the crotch that we started this whole guide with, and we're just gonna bring it down a little bit to make sure it's not pressed up like it might be for Gerwalk mode. And then we're gonna bring this whole torso section over and just push it forward, and then lock those wings into place. And you can see I'm getting a little bit of a slop towards the front intakes. So I'm gonna go ahead and give those a little push too. And you should get something like this. And then we could turn our attention to the legs and feet. So starting with the feet, we're just gonna get them rocked into a straight position and press them up and in. We're gonna take our vertical stabilizer, fold it over, bring this back and press it down. And then you wanna get your vertical stabilizer to be straight up and down, because we're going to adjust that in just a moment. Then we're gonna take this little cavity here and push in, get that all the way in. We're gonna take our leg and we're gonna recess it into the knee like so. And take our Gerwalk joint and bring that up. And this is where you need that vertical stabilizer to be straight, because now we're gonna bring our leg up, and you can see there are pegs on the back of the leg. We wanna get that up, and then we're gonna lock it into that shoulder cavity. And then there's this, you wanna make sure that peg in the front of the wing is connected, and this peg in the back of the wing will also connect to the leg. And then you can adjust your vertical stabilizer, and you're gonna repeat all that on the other side. All right, you are in fighter mode. You probably have to adjust your canards. You might have some gaps up in the front here. Do everything you can to get everything as tight as possible. It's not as solid as an Arcadia or a Bandai DX toy, but it should hold together decently enough and look approximately like this. Check out my full review on anymoon.com, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.